Good morning, Chairman, members of the Executive and councillors. Over the past 6 weeks, I've attended several council meetings and have witnessed members of the council executive make statements like, why are we being asked to build buildings and supply rooms if the NHS won't fill them? We can't deliver the Health Capital programme. We only have 10 million in years 3 and 4. We have not yet established the strategy and need. We are looking for the ICB to do that, and sometimes would welcome a broom cupboard solution. But it is the CBC that is exacerbating this problem. In the 2021 census, the CBC region was ranked 4th highest in England for population growth at 57% over the previous 10 years, whilst in the equivalent NHS ICB survey for 2021, BLMK is ranked 6th from bottom. That's out of 106 NHS Trust CCGs in England, with an average of 2,671 residents per GP. It is a topic which the Council no longer wishes to discuss until the ICB make their plans known, and the anticipated announcement expected on the 28th of May has now been further postponed until after the general election, despite this being the #1 campaign issue. I feel it is important to remind the council executives of the findings from their own independent 65-page Arcadius report that you commissioned and which was delivered on the 25th of September 2019, which concluded the rationale for the Leighton Buzzard Hub, and I quote, was to resolve the fragmented, of variable quality and challenging access to most services in excess of 30 minutes travel time, that services would have to increase in capacity by 18% as a result of new housing, and was already 8% below the needed for basic primary care in 2019 for the town. The prevailing view is the delivery of care locally in community settings is key to affordability rather than the current over-reliance on acute hospitals. And those 3 shortlisted sites were land south of the High Street, south of Van Dyke Road, and the Vosa Test Station. And it was to provide a hub facility of 2,110 square metres with adequate parking and space for future growth for a budget of 12 million. Dunstable, a town now marginally smaller than Leighton Buzzard, has a 6,375,000 square metre hub delivered for 22 million. This is what the residents expected, and in the case of land south of the High Street, is what every ward councillor within Leighton and Linslade, regardless of political viewpoint, has unanimously and consistently supported. Our group's fear is that despite all the campaign leaflet promises of a significant proportion of the 10 million healthcare budget for a new infrastructure for our town, the council will just fall in line with whatever the minimal offering the NHS ICB chooses to throw our way, unchecked, unchallenged by their major strategic partner, the C.B.C. And if in the end all the residents are offered is 200 or 300 square metres of additional room space, by reinstating some of the services that should never have been taken away in the first place, at a health clinic built 50 years ago in a Leighton Buzzard location which has never had adequate parking, and with no additional funding commitment from either the NHS or CBC, other than using the potential sale of the 4 million Van Dyke Road site, is a betrayal of every single resident who has ever read any council plan over the last 15 years or has bought a new home with a promise of a GP practice. Because the sale of the only asset our town has managed to retain will put this town's healthcare back for yet another 15 years. And if, as Councillor Wenham memorably stated at our 2023 Town Hall meeting, that the mechanism for Section 106 funding was broken in relation to healthcare infrastructure, why do you, the CBC, continue to overdevelop communities without fixing the... Because to attract those scarce GP and other health professionals to say it is not your gift to supply, you actually can and need to encourage them by providing cost-efficient and fit-for-purpose facilities that will attract them to our communities. Thank you very much.
Thank you, David.